Even with disengagement currently underway between India and China, Beijing seems reluctant to completely move out of the finger area. According to sources, Beijing wants to maintain some presence in the area, and WION has learned that during the high-level military talks between the two countries, China showed some reluctance about complete withdrawal, with Beijing wanting to maintain some presence in the Finger 8 area. But India has made it clear that it will accept nothing other than complete disengagement. The country has maintained that it wants Beijing to go back to the permanent locations which existed in the April-May time frame. And however, sources also maintain that China has agreed for a complete withdrawal from other friction points, including Galwan Valley. Now, both sides will further monitor further disengagement by troops over the next few days. According to sources, China has already started withdrawing from major points. In areas near Finger 4, Chinese troops have started dismantling their infrastructure from Blacktop and Greentop. In patrolling Point 14, Chinese have gone back substantially from the line of actual control and the adjoining Point 15. In the area and around the patrolling point of 17, Beijing have had some apprehensions about their withdrawal, and sources have said that Chinese believe that after its withdrawal, India might use the strategic heights under it for gaining a tactical edge there. Now, the Chinese have built several hardened barracks and shelters which will be dismantled by them during the withdrawal in that area. The Indian Army has released a statement on the situation at the line of actual control with China. The Army said that both sides were engaged in discussions to de-escalate the situation in Ladakh. The statement said that the commander-level talks on the 14th of July were consistent with the consensus reached between the special representatives from India and China on the 5th of July. The Indian and Chinese commanders reviewed the progress made in the first phase of disengagement and discussed further steps. The two sides also reiterated their commitment to the objective of complete disengagement. The Indian Army has described the process as intricate and needing constant verification. Our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhan Sibal, gets us more on this story.
India has reacted for the first time on the 14th of July talks, the military talks between India and China on disengagement. The Indian Army in a statement said that there was a review of the disengagement process that was taken at the meetings between the Indian side and the Chinese side on 14th of July. Also, the next step forward was the key focus of the talks. But if you look at the statement, the last part of the statement mentions how disengagement is an intricate process and there is a need of verification. We know this is a cautious line given the fact that there has been a betrayal by the Chinese once, and the Indian side is dealing with the Chinese very cautiously. We know that this was the fourth round of talks between Indian and the Chinese militaries. First, of course, this month. Last month saw 3 rounds of talks, the first on 6th of June, after which there was a consensus. But the Chinese side went against the consensus, and that led to the violent face-off between the Indian side and the Chinese side, in which India lost 20 of its soldiers. Of course, Chinese side also lost personnel, but they are not publicly commenting about it. But by and large, situation remains cautious. And even as India and China engage, we seen how globally there are countries who have been very vocal against China, criticizing China, whether it's Washington, Tokyo, Australia. And of course, we saw at the India-EU summit yesterday how the Indian Prime Minister and the European leadership talked about how democracies should come together. In fact, the Indian Prime Minister briefed about the India-China relationship and also situation at the line of actual control. So a lot of developments happening amidst the COVID pandemic. And of course, an aggressive China remains a worry for the entire world. With video journalist Kapil Kumar, Siddhan Sibal for WION in New Delhi.